Good morning. It's Friday, March 3rd, 2023. My name is Terry Morgan. We are here to practice Wudang Qigong. We have the advanced sets that we're going to work on this morning, sets 10 through 18. We're not going to work on sets 10 through 18 this morning. We're going to work on sets 11, 13, and 17. White ape presents a fruit, dragon and tiger join together, and leopard climbs a tree. With those three, we're going to pay attention to the idea that we want to connect the external breath and the internal breath, the qi, so that as we're moving, as we're physically breathing, that internal energy is moving and returning to the lower dantian. Let's get started. We're gonna do basic stretch here, and I'm going to make an announcement. I have gotten the website working the way that I had planned. It's not perfect yet, but it's all working. So what you're going to have now is, after class, I'm going to sit down, I'm putting my notes from class, what we did today. And that will be available at wudang.com under Teacher's Notes, my blog, after class every day. I will be adding additional material as we go along. Just getting this started, it's something that I have been intending to do, wanting to do, and just have finally figured out what I needed to do to make it work. It happens. Okay, so not only is there going to be this additional material, there's going to be a link to this video. Okay, so it's not going to be go find the video, figure out what's on it, and now you can go to class for whatever it was we're going to do. Now, this is part of what I have been talking about, is something that I had been planning to do, and I needed to figure out both the technology and how I was going to be able to do it without significant extra administrative effort, right? That administrative effort is something I was trying to avoid. I found a way to do it, and I'm really happy about it. Anyway, feet about shoulder width apart, wiggle the toes, wiggle the fingers, shoulders down, hands circle in the front, back around to both sides, up along the center line, reach out. Not too slow. One more time. Fingertips up, elbows drop down, wrists, hands return to your sides. Okay, and yeah, there's more. I actually found I got to say this because it's going to bug me unless I do. The story that I have been working on that has martial arts with it and stuff, that's also going up on the website. It's already there, actually. So publications, the ambassador and the ambassador of Brazil takes you to a page that talks right now, just very brief. Hey, here's some stuff, here's a picture. I'm going to fill that out later today, and I will be posting more about that and more about what I'm trying to do with the audio. I will say that I am looking for voice talent to help me with this. I don't have any money right now. I don't have any money right now. I really don't have any money right now. But I'm looking. So voice talent, that you want to do something, and I may have something. Anyway, thank you for listening to my little brief commercial there. All right, White Ape presents a fruit. As we get started, right hand up, both hands turn over. This twist, and I'm going to talk about that in a minute, extend through and return. These movements, right, as this hand comes up from the lower dantian through the middle dantian, right here at the edge of the eye, and just here under the eye are 2 acupuncture points, and I will learn the names of them eventually. The Laogong in the center of the palm comes up to the eye, connect with both these points, and the idea is that we should feel a little warmth through the center of the palm to the eye. Right? It's comfortable. It should feel like a very light, slightly warm, not hot, just slightly warm, massage to the eyeball. Okay? The other hand, focus on the lower dantian. Keep that connection between the hands as they come up. The sense that both hands are connected and both hands remain connected. Lower dantian through the middle dantian, up and extend through the renjum, extend out, return back, and the idea here is that I've extended, offered the peach, okay? White Ape presents a fruit. The fruit is a peach. Here's the peach. And I'm now going to eat the peach. Okay, that peach is Qi. In the mythology, it's the peach of immortality that the Monkey King stole from the garden of the Emperor of Heaven. Peach of immortality. I would like to eat that peach. Return to the lower dantian and begin on the other side. As that change happens, pay attention to the connection in the lower dantian so that this turn is part of what you're paying attention to internally. It's not an external do this, do that. It's very much, it's an internal sense that through the waist, this turns. Pull in, all through the waist, through the ribs, pull in across the hip as we move. White Ape presents fruit. Smile. Pull up through the crown of the head. Breathe in, palms up. Breathe out, press down, bend the knees. Breathe in, right hand up, left hand press down, connect to the lower dantian, right hand up. And press down, breathe out. Sink into the right. Turn the left toes, turn left. Extend. And return. Eat fruit. And breathe in. And breathe out. Breathe in. And breathe out. And breathe in. Breathe out. And breathe in. And breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. And breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. And breathe in. And breathe out. Lots of time today to pay attention to that internal workmanship. Each movement has its time and its measure. Connect the breath. Open the back. Smile. Use the back leg. Extend and pull in. Sink. Pay attention to the left heel. Left heel, push down. Left heel, pull in. Pull to it. Sink. Breathe in. And breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Sink onto the right. Push down into the right heel. Push into the right heel. Keep pushing into the right heel. And return. Pull in. Center. Breathe in. And breathe out. Breathe in. Connect the left heel and the left palm. Through the shoulder, all the way up the back. Drop to the heel. Extend. And return. Sink. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Pull into the lower dantian through the middle dantian and extend. Through the back. Return. And down the front. Breathe in. And breathe out. And breathe in. Breathe out. And breathe in. Connect the breath. Two more. Soften the breath. Pay attention to opening inside. Pay attention to the extension through the body. Connect through the lower dantian, middle dantian, extend, return. That return is active. Breathe in and breathe out. One more time. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Pull into the heel. Relax the breath. Breathe in. Breathe out. And breathe in. Breathe out. Sink. Breathe in. Palms up. Breathe out. Press down on both sides. Pull up through the crown of the head. Raise the heels and lower. Stay there. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. And breathe out. Okay. Dragon and tiger join together. The same idea that we want to connect through the whole body as we extend, pull in, and center. Hang on one second. And check on something. Apologies for that. All right, so with White 8 presents a fruit, this idea of extend and return. We have the same idea, extend and return, in dragon and tiger joined together. The complication of being on one foot, yeah, all right, the effort is 3 directions, down, out, up, as we move that connection through the lower dantian, from both the hands, arms, right? So, no, yes, I'm here, not here. I want this effort, not this effort. Okay? That difference, where am I coming from? What am I doing with my shoulders? So my effort is coming from under my shoulders, not around my shoulders. It could be either one in this case, right? That's the valid move, but not this one. Okay. Not this one. Keep the elbows down as you press out, with the idea that the hands and the feet go together. The Lao in the center of the palm, the Yongchuan in the center of the foot, the ball of the foot, all work together. Okay, so you've got 3 up here and 1 here, or 3 up here and 1 here. That combination and the effort to remain solid, to extend downward, to extend the root downward, as well as bringing the leg up and fully extending it at whatever level we're working. We're only going to work at about 45 today. Okay, not going for the higher level today. All right, pay attention to that connection. So all 3 are connected here. All 3 are connected through the body. Feet about shoulder width apart, stand straight. Pull up through the crown of the head. Breathe in. Breathe out. Turn the toes, shift. Pay attention to that connection. Pull in. You're still paying attention to the connection when you pull in. Relax the breath. Breathe in. Breathe out. And breathe in. And breathe out. Breathe in. 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 And breathe out. Keep the body straight. Relax. And if you wobble a little bit, don't worry about it. Pull up through the hip. Pull in to the center of the leg. Keep going. Breathe in. Breathe out. And breathe in. And breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. And breathe in. And breathe out. 2 more. Pull up through the crown of the head. Extend up and down through the spine. Last time. Come to center. Breathe in. Breathe out. Hands down on both sides. Pull up through the crown of the head. Raise the heels and lower. Stay there. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more time. Breathe in. And breathe out. This idea that as we're moving, we want to use the natural ability that our body has to move, right? So I was just talking about, it's okay, I'm wobbling a little bit. I just shift over here and wobbling a little bit. What's going on with that? Well, part of it was I was not holding my hip correctly. Part of it was I wasn't holding my knee correctly. So I pull up a little bit here, open the hip. From the inside of the leg, push in and up so that the inside muscle on the leg is smooth and fully extended, and pull into the bone. You're not trying to bunch it up, right? You're trying to stretch it. Okay? The more you can do that effectively, the easier it is to do this, right? Because you're not sitting on your leg. You're pulled up in the hip. So the hip is holding, the leg is holding, the abs are holding, everything pulls up, and the body is stable and well placed. We want to pay attention to that even more with some of the exercises that we're doing, including this one, as we pay attention to that body placement for Leopard Climbs a Tree. Right here. That goes all the way down. So if my body is not well placed, if I'm not holding in my hip, if I'm too far forward, I can't get there. Okay? There's physical strength that's required, and what we're going to pay attention to this morning is the internal workmanship that is required. So as we start the turn, this little push down, right here, before I sit back, this push down and pull in and up as we extend. That connection through the move, a circle to extend. Keep that connection, that internal effort, and because this is not push down, right? This is an internal effort, as if I have something here that I can push against. As I shift to come up, turn to come up. That turn and that push against is partly from the workmanship in the lower dantian. So that turning and changing in the movement comes from the turn and the change in the lower dantian through the waist. Not that same kind of thing we're working on here, right? That twist, okay? We're using it over here. That same idea is what we want to carry through. As we're paying attention to the extension, Qigong, Yongchuan, that reach out, pay attention to the idea of what this movement is. Leopard climbs a tree. Li Mao Shang Shu. Leopard climbs a tree. Big cat going up a tree. You need to use your hands, use your feet. And feet about shoulder width apart. Stand straight, pull up through the crown of the head. Breathe in, palms up. Breathe out, press down. Breathe in, shift, press down. That internal and shift, extend, and come back. Breathe in, and breathe out. Breathe in, shift, and breathe out. No weight on the heel, no weight on the front heel. Come up, and extend. Pull in, and center. Stay center, breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. And breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in. And breathe out. And breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. And breathe out. Open the back. Open the hip. Pull up through the center. Pay attention to the angle of the turn. Pay attention to the angle of the body. No more than 45. Breathe in. Breathe out. And breathe in. And breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Touch your toes if you can. But you can't lean forward to do it. And breathe in. Breathe out. And breathe in. And breathe out. And breathe in. And breathe out. And breathe in. Breathe out. Keep going. Breathe in. Breathe out. Open the back. Connect through the heel. Hold through the hip. Hold through the upper body. 2 more. Breathe in. And breathe out. And breathe in. And breathe out. Yeah, it's going there. And breathe in. And breathe out. Last time, breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. And breathe out. And breathe in. And breathe out. And breathe in. Breathe out. And breathe in one more time. And breathe out. Hands down along both sides. Pull up through the crown of the head. Raise the heels and lower. Stay there. Breathe in. And breathe out. And breathe in. And breathe out. One more time, breathe in. And breathe out. Okay, this reach for your toes, extend. That connection between the lao bone and the yungchuan is part of what we're reaching for. If we have the strength and the dexterity to go all the way to the floor, we can do that. We have to pay attention to what the angle of the body is. Where am I going to put my leg? So if it's over here, what can I do here? Right? Here. if I've got the strength in this position, I could go all the way down. I don't have the strength to do it. I need something, I can show how to do it, but I need something up here to hang on to. Right? That idea is what we're paying attention to as we move. So even if we're not going to drop all the way to the floor, we still want to be in the correct position that we could if we had the capability to do it. Now, so some positions, yeah, you can do this. Others, yeah, it's going to be a whole lot harder. There are some things that we can do that would be technically possible and not particularly correct, because that connection for what we are trying to do internally needs to be there as well. So as we're moving this lower Tantien, middle Tantien, right? Lower Tantien, up through the middle Tantien, and extend, right? That extension, the and up and down part, there was a couple of moves where I mentioned something, yeah, my foot didn't want to go all the way down. I was trying to bend the other leg and it wasn't going. So that process is something that we want to acknowledge and we want to use. Okay? It's not... how do I say this? Being mindful of what we're doing, paying attention to what we're doing, is part of what we want to do in practice. It doesn't, that empty the mind, allow what's going on to happen, that part of practice is absolutely what we want to look at. So as I'm practicing, what happened? What did I do? Did I need to correct something? What? Am I going to stop? Depends. If it's something serious, then yeah, I'm going to stop. If something really hurts, I'm going to stop. But otherwise, I'm going to look at how I can correct it as I go along. That awareness, that acknowledgement of what I'm doing in the present and how it affects or how what I'm able to do connects to what I'm trying to do. Okay? So here's what I'm doing, here's what I think I'm doing, here's what I'm trying to do. Are the two connected? Am I doing what I thought I was wanting to do or not? Right? That understanding is part of what we want to develop, and being able to acknowledge that while we're practicing. Yeah, okay, well, hey, that happened. Okay. I can review it later, come to some understanding about what it was that happened. I can pay attention to it in the present, and I can potentially, depending on what it is, correct it. In this case, the first thing, my leg just didn't want to go, it just didn't want to go down. I wasn't going to happen. And I was thinking that it was, and it didn't, and okay. That acknowledgement, didn't happen. Okay, keep going. No pain involved, no difficulty, just didn't happen. The part of correcting, I found that my right hip was not open enough here. Close. I was actually, my leg was in the wrong position and the hip was closed, which you have to feel it to understand it, but yeah, that's what happens. Okay, so what I need to do is open the hip. This has to pull up, this has to pull across and up, so that the leg can move in the hip socket. Okay, now I can move all kinds of directions. Where is the direction that I want to go, where I have the most strength? Right here. Not over here, right? It's here. And again, if I'm set well, I could potentially keep going. I'm reaching for it. I'm reaching for it. The hip has to move about this much more to get to that level. All right, but that's the point. All right, as we pay attention to what we're doing, as we pay attention to how we move, we also need to pay attention to the extension of the breath and connecting the breath with the chi, with the internal breath, so that as we're moving, that effort becomes so tightly integrated with the breath that it becomes easier to move, because it's like breathing. I hope this was a good class today. That's not really what I wanted to say. I hope you enjoyed class today. I hope you enjoyed this class today. That's what I really wanted to say. And I will be back next week with Thursday and Friday. Wudang Qigong Foundation sets on Thursday, Advanced sets on Friday. I will not be here Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Week after, we start Dragon Sword. Thank you for being here. Appreciate it.